It is a jaw-dropping video. See what's really going on inside Orleans Parish Prison. Inmates doing drugs, gambling with a lot of money, plus a lot of cash, loaded weapons inside of the cells.
Orleans Parish Prison is the city jail for New Orleans, Louisiana. Opened in 1989, it is operated by the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. Orleans Parish Prison, known as O.P.P, has never been your typical county jail. On an average day before Hurricane Katrina destroyed many of O.P.P's buildings, the prison held nearly 6,500 prisoners. Although New Orleans was only the 35th most populated city in the United States, O.P.P was the 9th largest local jail in terms of the total number of prisoners per day. O.P.P even housed more people than the notorious Louisiana State Penitentiary, Angola. On August 29, 2005, when Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast, the staff of Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office abandoned the jail, leaving roughly 650 prisoners in their cells with no access to food, water, or ventilation for days. Deputies returned to the Orleans Parish Prison days later and began evacuating inmates to surrounding areas, which included the Elaine Hunt Correctional Center, the I-10 overpass, and the Broad Street overpass. While there is no official death count for prisoners that were left behind, 517 prisoners were later registered as unaccounted for by the Human Rights Watch.
No food, no water. We couldn't stand up. They made us sit down. We couldn't even get up and urinate. We had to urinate on ourselves. They didn't even want us standing up.
You said you urinated on yourselves because you couldn't stand.
Orleans Parish Prison is most infamously known for a 2009 video that was released to the public in 2013. The video was recorded in the now closed House of Detention, or HOD, nicknamed House of Death by the inmates.
The language is so explicit. We had to bleep most of the audio. According to court testimony Tuesday, the video was captured on the cell phone of an O.P.P inmate who smuggled the phone inside, capturing everything from widespread drug usage to one inmate flaunting a loaded gun in the middle of a cell block full of inmates.
It's really sad that people, it continues to happen over and over again, and that's been really hard to watch.
The so-called ringleader of the video's name is Arthur Johnson. Though it said that Arthur was escaping the prison, most believe that he was being let out of the prison by one of the employees.
The inmate seen in the jaw-dropping video walking around in the French Quarter when he was supposed to be in jail locked up. He's the same man the sheriff said busted out of prison in 2009 and was on the run for weeks. But based on the video and what happened in court today, there are new questions. Did the inmate actually escape, or was he allowed to walk free?
In the summer of 2009, escaped inmate Arthur Johnson was arrested in St. Landry Parish after being on the run for almost 3 weeks. He was returned to the Orleans Parish Prison, and here's what Johnson told us as he was re-entering O.P.P.
Don't worry about it. Saying they ain't gonna get the story, you heard me? I got live footage, street tapes. They put up safe. Believe that.
A man looking strikingly similar to Johnson is seen giving a guided tour of all of the cells. And in another, he's seen roaming Bourbon Street and the French Quarter, talking to cops and exotic dancers.
Y'all know I'm supposed to be in jail right now.
The inmate seen in it may have been allowed to leave prison on several occasions.
In the video, he even taunted the sheriff of New Orleans, Marlon Gusman.
Gusman, y'all gonna pay me. I'm on Bourbon with the swords, you heard me? I ain't supposed to be out here. You know I'm supposed to be in jail. I go to court, July, I go to court with it. August the 5th, if they don't let me go, I'm running.
And the sheriff says on July 22nd, 2009, Johnson and another man did exactly that.
Gusman is the first African-American sheriff in New Orleans. He was elected to reform the prison system that was previously ran by Sheriff Charles Fody. In a later interview, Gusman claimed that the reports and allegations of violence were fabricated.
40 deaths inside this prison since 2006, right?
Well, yes and no. They would have you think that these were all deaths that are related to some sort of violence. There's only been one death to violence. You have groups like the Southern Poverty Law Center that twist the truth for their own purposes to make people like you and your audience think that when they look at a number like that, that's somehow wrong.
But U.S. Justice Department statistics show the mortality rate for prisoners here at O.P.P is among the highest in the U.S.
Sheriff Gussman, as of 2021, still runs the Orleans Parish Prison. In 2014, Judge Camille Buer sentenced Arthur Johnson to 10 years in prison for the offenses, but back-timed that sentence to start in July of 2009, when the videos were recorded. Johnson was already serving a 14-year sentence for drug and weapons convictions. The two sentences ran concurrently. 13 other people were indicted after the video was made public. All pleaded guilty. One of the inmates in the video, Ronald Celestine, was killed while out on bond awaiting trial on his charges. He was the father of 17 children.
O.P.P. has been and continues to be a house of horrors.
The kind of essentially caretaker salaries that we're paying to jail people, we could actually be paying in their communities that would be useful.